In this video, I'm going to show you very quickly how to use the phrase looper in the NUX Trident. This is a 30-second phrase looper, meaning that it's based on non-permanent memory, meaning that once you turn off the Trident, you lose the loop. But this is a lot of fun for practicing, for jamming, for being on stage, and just having a good time. The phrase looper is based on the upper row foot switches, where the FX foot switch is the record and dub, the mod foot switch is the play and stop, the delay foot switch is undo and redo, and the reverb foot switch is for clear. If you want to access the looper, all you have to do is just follow those directions, hold for loop on the effects foot switch, and there you go. There's the looper. Okay, and I'm going to show you a couple of controls here in a minute or two, but first let's just go ahead and get our first loop going. Now the loop is based on short presses on the foot switches. So we record the loop and then we hit the play stop button to stop recording, but it'll keep playing the loop. At that point, if we want to overdub, we can then use the effects foot switch again. But let's just go ahead and get a basic loop going first. Here we go. Very easy to do. Now, if you want to record an overdub, just use the effects foot switch. So we'll just use something simple like that. So I'm going to go ahead and overdub. Here we go. Now let's say we didn't like that. What we can do is we can use the undo redo foot switch to get rid of it. But then we say, well, actually, you know what? I did like it, so let's bring it back. Very simple to do. Now, if you want to stop the looper, just go ahead and hit the play stop button, and it'll stop, or you hit it again, and it'll start playing. If you want to clear it, just do a short press on the clear foot switch, and now it is erased. So we can start over again. A couple of other things too. If you want to exit the looper, just long press on the reverb foot switch, and now you're back to the top menu. But let's get back into the looper here. Now let's go ahead and talk about the looper controls from here in the upper right corner of the Trident. You have a couple of different options here. First and foremost, you have your position, and secondarily, you have your level. Now the level is pretty self-explanatory. That changes the overall volume of the loop that's playing back. If you want to select it, just use the EQ button here, and once it's highlighted, just use the parameter controls, and you can make any adjustments you want to the playback level. I kind of recommend keeping it at 50 for now. Over to the left of that is the position indicator, and this determines where the looper is placed along the signal path. Currently right now it's set to post, meaning that it's placed all the way at the end of the signal chain. So that means all the amps, all the effects, everything else is being printed onto the loop. You have the option also of going to pre. And when you go to pre, what happens is it records a clean, dry, unprocessed signal and sends it through the looper. So it's not permanently based. Now that has its pluses and minuses, but we give you that ability either way. So let me show you what I mean. So I've got my loop here. I've got my sound here, I should say. Let me go ahead and record it in a very quick loop. If I change the position, which you can do while it's playing back, now you hear an unprocessed signal. But if you want, you can also record you can record overdub on top of that if you want to, just to have a little fun. Now it'll play back. Now if you don't like that, you can just undo it. But for now, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and clear the loop. Now I'm going to show you how to record different loops and layer different presets on top of each other for a little more tonality. So let's get going first with a loop. So I'm just going to do a real simple one here. Okay, so that's pretty clean. Now, if I want to select a different preset, I can use the select rotary encoder, and I can just simply select a different preset, like this one here. Okay, so if I want to record something, overdub. If I don't like it, I can always get rid of it. But let's say that I want to access that hands-free, because we don't play the Trident with our hands, we play the Trident with our feet. How do we do that? Well, it's very simple. You just use that reverb or clear foot switch, you press and hold, and that gets you back out to the top menu where you can then look for the preset that you want, like maybe this one, maybe not. Let's get rid of that delay. Yeah, I like that. So I'm just going to do a little scratch. I'm going to go back into the looper and let's record a quick scratch. Let's go even further. Let's go back out. And let's go back to that other preset that I was using before. That one sounds like fun. Well, let's do something simple. Something like that. So anyway, the timing isn't exactly perfect, but you get the point. This is the kind of stuff you can do with the phrase looper. It's so much fun. And of course, as I mentioned before, it's 30 seconds long. It is non-permanent memory based, meaning that once you turn off the Trident, you lose it. And of course, if you want to just clear it, it's just a matter of just hitting that clear button. And now the loop is clear. We can go back out to the top menu, and we're going to cover other topics in future videos, so please do come back for those next videos.